everyone, and welcome back to another video here on the Hermitcraft Season 10 world. So we are going to be exploring Pearl's base today, and I actually don't really even need a compass to explore it, because if we look at our handy dandy map right here, so here we are, and this island over here, I believe the entirety of the island is Pearl. Maybe there's... No, I think that might all be Pearl. I don't know. We'll check when we get over there. But at the very least, this area that's super close, right around here, is all of Pearl's area. Now, we're actually not going to... it would help if I put on wings. We're not going to start exploring Pearl's area. We are first going to check out the post office, which is right here. So almost don't even need to fly. So here is the post office. Now this season, Pearl, Etho, and Tango came up with the idea of mailing shulker boxes around the server, and honestly, the idea of it is amazing, and the execution is just pure and utter genius. So, the build here is, as always, super detailed and super awesome. I'm going to go ahead and take an individual stamp for Pearl, and I think there is a mailbox somewhere around here. We've got a mail truck. Pearl does some amazing vehicle work. I think the only hermit I've seen that does like more detailed vehicle work is Corrales. This was their little board to see who had active mailboxes. So oh, I guess Doc never got one. Mainly because I don't think he had decided where he wanted it to be. But here is the mailbox in general. So the idea is you would put a stamp here, and then you would place a shulker box right there. And I don't know if there are any... normally there is like a handy dandy little place for you to store your shulker boxes, but I don't know if they didn't leave one. Oh well, I've got shulker boxes in my ender chest, stolen from different hermits, so we'll do the Giga Fuel one. So because I've placed the stamp there, when I hit this button, it's going to this dropper will drop out the stamp, and the piston will break the shulker box. When that happens, let me go into free cam. They will fall down. I remember correctly. Yeah, so the dropper will drop out the stamp. The piston will push it over. At the same time, the piston will drop that shulker box down. We go down here. It will get picked up by this hopper, which will then place both into a hopper minecart, I believe, which will then get sent into the nether. So let me go ahead and press that button. And we can see that happening. Probably already. There we go. Oh, it wasn't a hopper. It was a chest minecart. So once it goes into that portal, this is where the genius of it happens. You know what? I'm just going to break this. I'm going to go down. Probably should have like activated my wings. Oop. Okay. So once that happens, the shulker or the minecart will come out this way. Oh, okay. They've got crafters here to just automatically craft. Oh, got it. That's cool. to craft a new test minecart. So it will go into the portal. And now when objects and entities go through portals, it will load the chunk that it's in as well as some of the adjacent chunks. So that hopper or that chest minecart will come down here as it passes these different, as it kind of gets out of range of that portal that is loading and holding the chunks alive, it will trigger another not really even temporary, but another portal here. Oh, ooh, nice. The portal isn't even lit. It automatically lights the portal, pushes an object through it, and then breaks the portal to again load this area and keep this area alive while that minecart is going around. And this is essentially a scale model of the server where we have different portals for different hermits. So as it goes across, it is looking for a permit, or not a permit, a stamp for that hermit. So, because remember, I put a stamp in along with the shulker box. And so that goes around when it finds, so it will just keep going around, keep going around. When it does, sorry, I thought my phone was on silent. Apparently it's not. But when it does see that there's a stamp, instead of having the minecart go straight, it will redirect the minecart over to here, breaking it, and then sending a minecart into the portal for that hermit. I believe if it doesn't, again, there are chunk loaders around here. I think that might be what's in the middle here. Chunk loaders. Keeping the area active. So it just sends the minecart around and around and around until it eventually gets sorted into that hermit's portal. Now, this is built, if I remember correctly, all the way down, all the way down at the bottom of the nether, so as to interfere as little as possible with other portals. So this portal here is now at the base of Pearl's base. So the minecart comes out on that side, goes down under here, breaks there, and you can actually see it's just sitting there. It would get picked up and put back into the system, but it looks like the system is full. Meanwhile, the shulker that I sent will get sent down here, dropped out into this bubble column where it will shoot up to the top. So now I've got to get out of here. Oh, perfect. But, oh my god, the redstone genius behind this postal system, I can't describe how amazing it is. I know a lot of, not everyone is into redstone. It was actually funny. The other day in class, some of my students were talking about Minecraft, and they were talking about how, I don't understand how repeaters, or it wasn't repeaters, it was they don't understand how comparators work. And then I proceeded to explain to them exactly how comparators work. And they're like, how do you know that? And it's like, because I play video games, dummies. Anyways, so that bubble column spits out up here, which then drops it into here, and there is my mail that I sent. And it does...
You've got mail.
A nice little audio trigger. It has the light. I think some of the hermits did also link their mail system to like beacons, so that way they can see they have mail from a distance. But, oh my god, it is the best thing I've ever seen. And of all the things that the hermits did this season, I would love to see this become a regular season thing. Okay. Sorry for peeking the mic there. Let's talk about Pearl's base now. I mean, well, we barely even touched on how amazing this build is. I love the just the shapes, the color, the little intricate additions. Like, who would have thought to put a flower pot up there? Or anvils on top of, um, like, the genius of some of these builders on the server goes I won't say unappreciated, but underappreciated. It's absolutely mind-boggling. This area could maybe use a little bit of work. It's weird how, like, because everything is so detailed and so intricate, that's something that I would normally say, "Oh, that looks great." Because, like, if I had done this kind of terraforming, that's amazing for me. But for Pearl, like, that's a little unfinished, I would say. But that's might be a little unfinished because, oh my god, look at this place. So Pearl's theme this season was solar punk, which I really don't have a good definition for, other than it's like steampunk but with renewable energy and like some utopia vibes, where steampunk tends to be more dystopia vibes. So we can see that she's got lots of fields, lots of growing things. She's got, I think she's probably got more beacons used for aesthetics than anyone. She's got some, farm equipment here. The trees, like berry bushes in the trees. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Um, like little mini blocks for apples, I guess. Like that is definitely an apple tree if I ever saw one. But like the lichen on the leaves to give it extra dimension and depth. Um, just the stunning detail of it. Like, look, oh, I never noticed this before. These are all coral. She's got some waterlogged slabs here so that the coral stays alive and bright and vibrant. That's super awesome. She's got some wildflowers down. That was probably a new addition because that update was relatively new. Got some more. Oh, ooh, the copper grate waterlogged, covered in lichen, so you kind of can't even see the blue too much to keep those coral alive. The pickles on the trees to give just that little extra bit of detail and depth. Oh my goodness. Just some people are just so much more creative than I could ever be. Oh, that's cool. Like some sort of like irrigation system. Some daylight sensors there as the power source. Super cool, super creative. All of her dogs. Um, I just Pearl is absolutely chaotic and beautiful in her builds. Okay, mud machine, cool. But like okay, that's for lichen, got it. But like I'm going to get so lost in this base, just trying to figure stuff out. Got all these little micro farms everywhere, all the upside down animals in the pen. Here's her mailbox again. Inside of here, it's like, oh, so jealous of the way this woman's mind works. How, my goodness, I'm just gonna get lost. Absolutely, completely, and totally lost. I know it's kind of a joke among hermits that like no one can navigate Pearl's base. And honestly, it's not a joke. Okay. So Pearl stuff. No, I don't have the right texture pack. So that would just blind me. Number 28. Pearl's Farm number 28. Okay. Let's go up here. Like, what on earth? Where am I? Who am I? Okay, so Super Smelter. Cool. I do love that Pearl does like challenge herself constantly. Okay, I'm not going down there. I think this season she probably challenged herself more than any other hermit on her redstone. You know, she's not known for redstone, but this season she's known for redstone, or at least I think she should be known for redstone, because some of the redstone that she put together is absolutely amazing. Let's see. Oh, okay. So some of the sniffer plants and some sniffers. Cool. Some allays to pick up the drops. That's nice. What else we got? Oh, I know she was super, super proud of this chorus fruit farm. Unfortunately, there's no chorus growing. But I think Purpur was one of her permits. So she came up with this this idea for a Purpur farm. Well, I guess I can't. Oh, cool. Some frogs just chilling and some axolotl. Yeah, I guess I can't show off her Purpur farm. But if I remember correctly, the idea was having arrows at the top drop down to break the chorus flowers, and then some kind of flooding mechanism to break all of the Purpur stems. So if I hit one of these buttons, yep, there we go, the rain of arrows. And then the other button, oh, I think the other button does pistons to move that end stone up and down. But still, super cool, super interesting. And then we get to the one of the more amazing areas. This is the club that does not get talked about, but this is her ballroom. So she's got some amazing armor stand work here. All of the hermits hanging out in her ballroom, some of the guests. And oh my god, look at all these heavy cores just scattered around. Oh my goodness. Jimmy and Joel, Impulse and Tango. Then we've got a little conductor and an orchestra down here. Let me see what's... Okay. So it looks like it just plays continuously. No. I'll just let it keep playing. So There are also, oh, there's Jojo, I think, on the balcony. Scott. Wells is over there. So, you know, this is, on the one hand, it's just a really awesome build. On the other hand, it is also a secret. And I don't remember how to trigger the secret. So I'm going to have to do some snooping in FreeCam. Okay. Looks like it is that lock right here. Yep. So this is... Yep. So this is the Fight Club. And go ahead and put all of my gear in here. And take some wind charges. And set my spawn. We just supposed to... Yep, looks like we're just supposed to take it off of here. And I don't know how we're supposed to trigger the actual... Oh. Okay, looks like I may have found it. There we go. Turn the sound up a little bit. So when you activate that, it puts us into the game mode, which we get the floor drops down. We get these pillars that pop up. We also have some little areas here that you can use to pop up and down. But the idea is this is a mace fighting arena. And I don't know how to do the mace very well. So I think the idea is like... Oh my god, I'm terrible. There we go. You can use the armor stands around to bounce yourself around, and then you can land on your enemies, dealing damage because the mace damage is dealt based on rock weight, I believe. But yeah, I love the idea of it as a mini game, as a combat game. Like, just amazing. Yeah, you can jump down here and get blasted up. I will say that the chandeliers kind of get in the way. But again, that's partially the point. Yeah, I'm terrible with the mace, so I love the idea. I love that she incorporated the music disc that came with this update into it, and it's just an amazing idea, and I love it, and I love the creativity of it. So let me grab my stuff back. Slowly accumulating garbage. Let me just pop that garbage in there. Okay, and let me go ahead and turn the master volume back down just so it's not deafening. But that is it for her base. Probably the only other thing that I do want to show off is her shop, or one of her shops. Oh, I forgot. There's more base still. Oh my god. How could I? So let's hang out over here. See where we're at. So there's more, just so much detail. There's the ballroom from the exterior. And then we've got some more builds over here. I'm not even sure what this is. I think it's just for extra aesthetic and vibe. Oh, some warm chickens. Okay, cool. What's down over here? Oh, here's her storage room. Super organized, super well maintained, with a secret apparently. Interesting. Ooh, all the secrets. Pre-cam is so cheaty. But like I love the detail. I love the design. I would never ever be able to come up with this in my wildest dreams. Got a moss farm over here. Got something else going on. Bamboo farm. Flowberry farm. And then here's her portal in the middle of this tower. You know, it's you can always look at a base and find things that have been left undone, but like the fact that this is the first area, this first space that I've seen that's really felt incomplete and in this whole base is just astonishing. We've got her brand new ghast hanger. So the happy ghasts are floating around up here. And her personal happy ghast seems to have gotten out of his containment. But let me go ahead and fly over to it. Go. Oh, let's go ahead and see if I can get on him. I don't really know how these guys work. Never flown around on a happy ghast before. But let me put Sunny back in his. There we go. But like even just like the detail over here, some storage, some additional bays. Not really sure why that's fully oxidized. Maybe it didn't get waxed when it was supposed to be waxed. And then the last area of her base, the most recent area, is this yellow tree area. This is her enchanted golden apple orchard. Got a bunch of armor stands here with enchanted golden apples hanging from all of these yellow trees. And for the fact that we have nothing even resembling yellow leaves, I think she did an amazing job. Maybe some yellow concrete powder would have been a good addition here and there, but it's a gravity block, so it's tough to deal with. I also love the addition of the brown trees in there to provide some contrast, and the regular trees that have been all over her base, just so shows some continuity between sections. I guess this is part of the golf game. But yeah, this is Pearlescent Moon's base. And I mean, like I said, you're always going to be able to find an angle that's just not done. But the amount of completion put into this. Oh, I missed this. Oh, this is a cactus farm. We've got a boat over here, and there's just so much to miss, which is almost a shame that I'm doing this video so quickly. The other thing I wanted to show was actually going to be her shop, or one of her shops. There are quite a few really interesting shops that Hermits did. And one of the things that made most of those shops super interesting was the fact that a lot of hermits included mini games in their shops. So whether it was Ravager Rush with Ethos Shop, or Pearl did, here we go, here's the shopping district here. Pearl's shop was the dye shop. And like, dyes are useful, they're great. She did do a couple of little vehicles down here. I think I mentioned earlier how she does some really amazing vehicle builds. She's got a bone meal shop over here. But where is her greenhouse? This might be over here. In this general vicinity. Yep. I think this one is Pearl's. So in the basement of her dye shop, she made Wordle, but in Minecraft, and she called it Dye-duction, which is super punny and super good. Let me just, there we go. I don't really remember how to play, so I'm gonna have to kind of refresh my memory on how it works. So, game instructions. A 60-word ends on season end. So it is Wordle or Mastermind. Use letters. Use the die letters to guess a word from scratch. Guess right and win a prize. The same letter can be used multiple times in a word. All words are 5 letters. You have 5 guesses. Grab supplies from the marked chest on the right. Take a word guess. Place the letter in the item frame and matching one in the dropper directly above. Okay. Confirm your guess with the button on the left. Correctly placed letters will light up the bulb. Incorrect letters will appear in the red barrel to the right. Correct letters, but incorrectly placed, will appear in the yellow barrel to the right. Try these letters again somewhere else. Listen out for the dings. Continue playing until you've guessed correctly. Okay. See, this is where I struggle with Wordle. All guesses must be real words. I suck at that. So we've got our supplies over here. And so what word do I want to use? I think I'll use, I'll do solar because of her base. SOLAR. Okay. So S O O L L A R R. Okay. Firm guess. So guess 1 is used up, and none of them are right. Great. So S, A, R, and L are not in the word at all. O is in the word somewhere, but not there. So I'm going to take that. Okay. So at this point, I start to really struggle because I am just bad with this game. So I'm going to actually go ahead and call it here because I don't want to embarrass myself on camera with how bad I am at Wordle. But the idea of making Wordle, when I said earlier that she's really just like challenged herself with redstone, like, oh my God, look at the redstone back here. look at. Oh my god, she gave directions for it too. I'm not gonna like spoil it by looking at what's going on, but looking at what's in the hoppers, but beautiful, beautiful redstone. So yeah, like I said, she really challenged herself this season with redstone and really knocked it out of the park. I cannot put into words how amazed I was with all of the progress she made in redstone. So I think I'm going to go ahead and call it there. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of the support I've been getting for these videos. It's really helping me get back into the groove of recording. I hope the audio's okay. I am kind of batch recording, so it's kind of, there's a delay in between one, and I get the feedback and I do record the next one. But thank you so much for watching. I think next time I'm going to be checking out Pixel Pulse Valley, which is Impulse's base, really because I want to check out Metro Mayhem. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.